before humans understood the vastness of the Canadian wilderness, before science revealed the balance between ice, forests and wildlife, there already existed a kingdom where the most powerful predators imposed their own laws. In the wilds of Canada, among infinite forests, rugged mountains and frozen lakes, the most ferocious predators on the planet stalk in silence, fighting for food, territory and survival. Welcome to Wild Canada, the kingdom of the planet's most ferocious predators. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation to produce more quality content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on the video below and let us know where you are watching from so we can discuss together. Let's get started. On the icy shores of northern Canada, there reigns a creature that has conquered both ice and sea, the polar bear, the true sovereign of the Arctic. Its presence is overwhelming, even in the most hostile landscape on the planet. Its territory extends for thousands of kilometers, from Hudson Bay to the icy islands of Greenland and Svalbard. No other land predator dominates such a vast and desolate land. An adult male can weigh more than 450 kilograms and measure up to 3 meters in length, a massive bulk camouflaged under white fur that is actually transparent. This adaptation allows it to absorb heat from the sun and blend into the snowy landscape. Its sense of smell is so powerful that it can detect a seal under nearly a meter of compact ice, even from more than a kilometer away. Its eyes and ears, though less dominant, complement a sensory system designed for hunting in absolute solitude. The hunting strategy begins with unwavering patience, standing motionless next to a breathing hole in the ice for hours. When the seal surfaces for air, the attack is instantaneous and lethal. With strength from claws capable of generating more than 500 newtons of impact, the bear drags its prey out of the water in a single brutal motion. The hunt ends in seconds, leaving the seal with no chance of escape on the frozen surface. Its bite reaches a force close to 1,200 newtons, enough to pierce the thick layer of fat of an adult seal with a single bite. It can swim distances of more than 100 kilometers without rest, powered by its semi-webbed limbs that act as natural oars. On land, it can reach speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour in short distances, an unexpected burst of strength for an animal of such size. When it feels threatened, it stands tall on its hind legs, reaching over 3 meters in height, a posture that intimidates any rival in the Arctic territory. Its low and deep roar can be heard from several kilometers away, a clear warning to keep other rival males at a distance. It can withstand temperatures down to minus 40 degrees Celsius, thanks to a 10-centimeter thick layer of fat under its skin, a nearly perfect thermal insulator. As the top predator of the region, It maintains the balance of seal populations and regulates the health of the Arctic marine ecosystem. Without the polar bear, the entire fragile balance of the Arctic would collapse, confirming its role as an irreplaceable keystone species. In the Rocky Mountains of Canada, there lives a silent giant, the grizzly bear, the true sovereign of the northern forests. The scientific name Ursus arctos horribilis reflects the awe that this creature has instilled for centuries. Its territory extends from the Rocky Mountains to the Yukon, covering thousands of kilometers of forests and valleys. In British Columbia and Alberta, this giant dominates every corner of the wild. An adult male can weigh more than 300 kilograms and reach a height of 2 meters when standing on its hind legs. Its muscular hump over the shoulders grants it extraordinary strength to dig and strike with lethal precision. Its sense of smell is one of nature's most powerful biological weapons, capable of detecting food from a distance of more than 3 kilometers. This ability surpasses even the best tracking dog, giving it an incomparable advantage in the search for food. When autumn arrives, the rivers are filled with salmon swimming upstream to spawn. The grizzly positions itself beside a waterfall, observing the movement of the water with absolute patience. In a fraction of a second, its 10-centimeter claws lash into the water and catch the fish in mid-jump. During salmon season, a single grizzly can consume more than 30 kilograms of fish in a single day. But the feast is not always peaceful, as a wolf pack also claims its share of the carcass. The grizzly stands on its hind legs, displaying its full height to intimidate the hungry wolves. Its bite exerts a force close to 5,300 newtons, enough to crush bones with ease. Faced with this demonstration of power, the wolf pack retreats and abandons the disputed carcass. As winter approaches, the grizzly enters a phase called hyperphagia, eating almost without rest. In just a few months, it can accumulate up to 180 kilograms of fat, the vital reserve to survive hibernation. During nearly 6 months of deep sleep, its body temperature drops several degrees and its heart beats only a few times per minute. As a keystone predator, the grizzly regulates prey populations and disperses seeds throughout the forest, sustaining the balance of an entire ecosystem. In the vast frozen lands of Canada, there is a hunter that never acts alone. Its strength is born from unity. Canis lupus, the grey wolf, dominates a territory that can exceed 1,000 square kilometers, marking every corner as its own. Its thick coat, a blend of grey, white and black, allows it to camouflage perfectly among the snow and winter vegetation. An adult male can weigh up to 80 kilograms, with long legs designed to travel long distances without tiring. Its sense of smell is a prodigious tool, capable of detecting the scent of prey from several kilometers away. Its ears, always alert, catch every sound in the absolute silence of the snow-covered forest. The pack is organized with a strict hierarchy. Each member knows its role before starting the chase. Before a caribou herd, the wolves advance in silence, studying which individual is the weakest in the group. The chase begins, and wolves can reach speeds of up to 65 kilometers per hour in short bursts. Working together in a group, they split the herd, isolate the target, and push it into unfavorable terrain. The caribou, exhausted after kilometers of being pursued, finally falls under the combined weight of the pack. The grey wolf's bite creates a force close to 1,500 newtons, enough to break thick bones. Even before a bison weighing over 800 kilograms, a well-coordinated wolf pack can still bring it down. When an intruder approaches the territory, the collective howl echoes for kilometers, warning all rivals. As a keystone predator, the grey wolf regulates herbivore populations, maintaining the balance for the entire Canadian ecosystem. Deep in the cold northern forests, where the harsh cold and snow cover every corner, lives a silent giant of the boreal forest. Its scientific name is Ulces ulces, and it is recognized as the largest deer species on the planet. Despite its colossal size, this animal still faces a silent struggle every day against hunger and extreme cold. Its territory extends across North America, Scandinavia, and the vast lands of Siberia. It prefers boreal forests and swampy areas, where rivers, lakes, and aquatic vegetation are abundant. In some regions, this giant can travel more than 20 kilometers searching for food during winter. Adult males can reach a weight of up to 700 kilograms and a height of over 2 meters at the shoulder. Its antlers, made entirely of bone, can have a span of nearly 2 meters from one end to the other. Every year, the male sheds the old antlers and must grow new ones, a process that consumes an enormous amount of energy. Eyes are not its strongest weapon, as its vision is relatively limited and imprecise at long distances. However, its hearing and sense of smell are extraordinary, capable of detecting danger from very far away before it approaches. Its nose has special valves that automatically close when underwater, allowing it to eat while diving without choking. This giant is an extraordinary swimmer, able to move at a speed of more than 10 kilometers per hour in the water. It can dive up to 5 meters deep to access aquatic plants, rich in essential nutrients. In winter, when snow covers all available food sources, it uses its long legs to dig through snow for moss and branches. Compared to other deer species, this giant can weigh 5 times as much as a common deer. Despite its large size, it can still run at speeds of up to 55 kilometers per hour when feeling threatened. When a predator gets too close, this giant stands up on its hind legs and attacks with precise and lethal blows. During mating season, the male emits deep and low bellows to attract females and warn other rivals. This is an animal that lives alone by instinct and only seeks its own kind during breeding season. For wolves, this species is the largest and most dangerous prey they can face in the northern forests. Hunting it requires coordination, patience, and extreme risk, as just one kick can be lethal to the predator. Its existence maintains balance for the boreal ecosystem, regulating vegetation and nourishing wolf populations that depend on it for survival. Deep in the northern forests, where snow blankets every corner, lives a silent hunter known as the Ghost of Winter. Its scientific name is Lynx canadensis. Its territory extends for thousands of kilometers, from Alaska to Canada, covering most of the boreal forest belt of North America. With a weight ranging from 8 to 11 kilograms, its grey coat with dark spots allows it to blend perfectly into the snowy landscape. Its ears end in black tufts that act as antennas, picking up even the smallest sounds under the snow. But its true weapon is in its legs, large and covered with thick fur, spreading wide like snowshoes every time it steps on the frozen ground. Thanks to this adaptation, it can move on deep snow without sinking, while its favorite prey gets stuck with every step. Its main target is the snowshoe hare, an agile prey that makes up nearly 90% of its diet. The lynx moves hunched among frost-covered bushes, advancing with carefully calculated patience before launching the final attack. In an instant, it leaps more than 2 meters, sinking its claws before the hare can escape. Its footprints can measure up to 10 centimeters wide, nearly twice the size of a common domestic cat's footprint. This is a solitary animal, marking territory with scratches on tree trunks and its own scent, thereby avoiding unnecessary confrontations. When feeling threatened, it emits deep growls and sharp snorts to warn any intruder who gets too close. It is an excellent climber, able to climb trees quickly to escape larger predators like wolves. Its presence directly reflects the health of the boreal forest, as its numbers rise and fall exactly with the cycle of the snowshoe hare. And so, between white snow and silence, the Canada lynx remains the invisible guardian of the balance of the frozen northern forests. When night falls on the forest, a quiet predator spreads its wings and becomes the absolute master of darkness. The great horned owl, scientific name Bubo virginianus, has a wingspan that can exceed 1.5 meters from tip to tip. Its mottled plumage with brown and grey tones blends perfectly into the tree bark, where it rests during the day. On its head are two tufts of feathers, often called ears, but they actually have no auditory function. Its wings have serrated edges that break the airflow, allowing it to fly almost without making any sound. This feature turns every night flight into an invisible ambush for any unsuspecting prey. Its neck can rotate up to 270 degrees thanks to extra vertebrae and a network of blood vessels that protects the flow to the brain. The ears, located asymmetrically on either side of the skull, help it precisely locate the position of the smallest movement in total darkness. Large eyes, adapted to capture even the weakest light, give it night vision far superior to that of a human. Its claws create a grip force strong enough to restrain prey much larger than itself. With an accurate and silent attack, its claws snap shut in an instant, leaving the prey almost no time to react. As a silent predator of the night, the great horned owl keeps the ecosystem balanced by controlling the number of rodents and other small prey. On the vast frozen lands of the Arctic, where wind and cold dominate every corner, there lives a small master of survival, the Arctic fox. Known by the scientific name Vulpes lagopus, this animal lives in circumpolar regions of Canada, Greenland, Scandinavia, and Siberia. With a weight ranging from 3 to 9 kilograms, its compact body is designed to retain every bit of heat possible. Its coat changes color with the seasons, pure white in winter to blend with the snow, and greyish-brown in summer to camouflage among the rocks. Thanks to its thick double layer of fur, it can withstand temperatures down to minus 50 degrees Celsius without losing body heat. Small ears, a short snout, and fur-covered feet minimize heat loss, a perfect adaptation to the extreme climate. Its hearing is truly extraordinary, able to detect the movement of prey hidden under nearly a meter of dense snow. Once the exact sound is identified, it leaps with high precision and dives headfirst into the snow to catch the prey by surprise. When it needs to escape a predator, the Arctic fox can reach speeds up to 50 kilometers per hour on ice. Its diet is incredibly diverse, including lemmings, birds, eggs, and in hard times, carrion from other species. Sometimes it follows polar bears closely to take advantage of leftovers from their hunts, a smart survival tactic. Before winter arrives, it hides food at various points in its territory to ensure survival through the harshest months. It often forms faithful pairs and builds complex dens with many tunnels, some used by many generations in a row. Its population directly depends on the breeding cycle of lemmings, so it is seen as an important indicator for the balance of the Arctic ecosystem. Small but incredibly resilient, the Arctic fox represents the silent strength that allows life to flourish even in the coldest corner of the planet. In the cold skies of Canada, a predator with glowing golden eyes reigns over rivers and forests. That is the bald eagle, a symbol of power and absolute freedom. Its territory extends across Canada, from British Columbia to the Atlantic coast, always linked to lakes, rivers and oceans. It can weigh up to 6 kilograms with a 2-meter wingspan, with its characteristic white head standing out against its dark body feathers. Its eyes are 4 times sharper than a human's, able to detect a fish swimming from a distance of 1 kilometer in the air. Its claws create a devastating grip force, enough to pierce the slippery skin of a struggling fish. From high above, the bald eagle watches the water's surface, waiting for the exact moment to dive. In a lightning-fast attack, it extends its claws and skims the water to catch the fish without ever stopping its flight. It also hunts water birds like ducks and geese, attacking them right in midair with frightening precision. Its diving speed can exceed 160 kilometers per hour, turning it into an unstoppable force before any prey on the water. When it finds a corpse, it does not hesitate to fight with ravens, gulls and other eagles also looking for easy food. It even steals prey from other birds of prey like the osprey, forcing them to drop the catch right in midair. Its shrill cry sounds like a warning, asserting absolute dominance over the territory and driving away intruders. It protects its nest with extreme ferocity, attacking any predator that dares to approach its young. At sites with carcasses, fierce disputes break out, where the bald eagle asserts its stature and dominant nature. As a key predator of water ecosystems in Canada, the bald eagle maintains natural balance and represents the indomitable strength of the wild. In the cold waters off British Columbia, Canada, a predator dominates without a rival. The orca, known as the killer whale, rules the ocean as the true king of the sea. No marine creature dares to challenge its power. Its mere appearance is enough to make even the most cautious seals flee to deeper waters. Its scientific name is Orcinus orca, belonging to the dolphin family, and in fact, it is the largest dolphin species on the planet. Despite its name whale, it does not actually belong to the whale group by strict classification. Its range extends across all the world's oceans, from the Arctic to the Antarctic. However, the coastal waters of Canada, especially the strait before Vancouver Island, are home to some of the most studied populations. There exist two main orca groups, the resident group that specializes in eating salmon, and the migratory group that specializes in hunting marine mammals. This behavioral division shows a unique cultural adaptation rarely seen in animals. And an adult male orca can be up to 9.8 meters long and weigh about 6,000 kilograms. Females are slightly smaller, averaging 7 meters and weighing 3,800 kilograms. Its black and white skin is not just for aesthetics, but is a form of camouflage called counter-shading. From above, it blends with the darkness of the deep sea, and from below, it blends into the light of the sky. Each individual possesses a completely unique white patch behind the eye, like a distinct fingerprint. Scientists use these marks to identify and track individual orcas for decades. Its most lethal biological weapon is between 40 to 56 conical teeth, each up to 10 centimeters long. Designed not for chewing, but for holding tight, they ensure no prey can escape once caught. Additionally, it has an organ called the melon on the forehead, emitting echolocation waves with amazing precision. Thanks to this system, it can detect a seal hiding under ice from a distance of dozens of meters. When the time to hunt comes, the orcapod acts as a perfectly synchronized unit. They locate the seal on an ice floe and begin to surround it in absolute silence. Suddenly, they swim together toward the floe, creating a strong wave that makes it tilt violently. The seal loses its balance and falls straight into the freezing water. In just a split second, the lead orca tail slaps to stun the prey before it can react. The rest of the pod quickly moves in to ensure no chance of escape remains. With no ability to flee in the open water, the seal is completely at the mercy of the hunting pod. An orca's bite force is estimated at about 19,000 newtons, a number far exceeding the bite force of an adult great white shark. Its top speed reaches 56 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest marine mammal on the planet. Its brain weighs about 6 kilograms, among the largest of all marine animals. This size helps it develop complex hunting strategies that no other species can match. Each orcapod has its own language of calls, passed down through generations as a true culture. These sounds help them coordinate attacks and stay tightly linked even in murky water. Thanks to its size, intelligence, and pack behavior, the orca has no natural enemies in any ocean. No marine creature dares to confront it directly. When a calf is in danger, the entire pod will surround it to create a firm protection layer that cannot be breached. This family bond can last for the individual's entire life. As an apex predator, the orca regulates the numbers of seals and sea lions, maintaining the balance for the entire coastal ecosystem. Without it, life under Canadian waters would lose its inherent natural balance. On the vast prairies of Canada, a quiet predator dominates the open sky, the prairie falcon. a true master of flight speed. Their territory extends across the North American plains, from southern Canada to northern Mexico, always seeking wide open spaces. With a neat body of about 45 centimeters and strong wings spanning nearly 1 meter, it is gifted by nature with speed and precision. When it spots prey, it dives at over 100 kilometers per hour, a lightning-fast attack that is almost impossible to dodge. Its eyesight is 8 times sharper than a human's, able to detect the movement of a small rodent from hundreds of meters away. But the sky is not always safe, as eagles and larger birds of prey are always a constant threat to this predator. With sudden sharp turns and high-speed direction changes, it escapes other predators with amazing agility. It rules the airspace over its territory, patrolling wide prairie areas to look for any signs of moving life. Its hunting technique combines low-altitude flight close to the ground and sudden bursts upward, surprising the prey before it can react. Faced with territorial intruders, it emits a sharp and shrill cry as a clear warning of its dominance. As a keystone predator of the grasslands, it helps maintain natural balance by controlling the numbers of rodents and small birds. And so, the prairie falcon rises as a silent guardian of the sky, a symbol of speed, precision, and survival on the North American plains. On the vast, frozen grasslands of Canada, a giant from another era still strides, the bison, the true king of the northern plains. Its massive presence dominates the entire land, a vivid proof that brute strength and endurance still reign in the wild. The wood bison, the largest subspecies in North America, lives mainly in Wood Buffalo National Park in northern Canada. Their territory spans across open prairies, northern forests and wetlands, covering thousands of square kilometers of pristine nature. Unlike other herbivores, the bison is not afraid of the extreme cold, withstanding temperatures down to -40 degrees Celsius. An adult male can weigh more than 900 kilograms, with some individuals even surpassing the 1,200 kilogram mark. Their shoulder height reaches nearly 2 meters, supported by a massive shoulder hump muscle, revealing the true strength inside. The thick, dark coat, especially dense around the head and shoulders, acts as a natural armor layer against cold and predators. Small eyes make their vision quite limited, but keen sense of smell and hearing compensate for this weakness, detecting danger from a distance. Curved horns appearing in both males and females can cause serious wounds to any wolf that dares to approach. When the herd moves to find fresh grass, the bisons line up in an orderly fashion, led by the most experienced females. In winter, they use their giant head like a living shovel, pushing snow aside to reveal the hidden grass below. When wolves linger near the herd, the young bisons instinctively retreat to the middle, protected by the adults around them. An adult bison can run at speeds over 55 kilometers per hour, an amazing speed for an animal of such size. Their charging force can create thousands of newtons, enough to knock down an adult wolf with just one collision. A bison can consume over 10 kilograms of grass each day, constantly changing the vegetation on the grasslands. Despite being large, no solitary wolf dares to confront it directly. Only when the whole pack coordinates fully does it become a real threat. When feeling threatened, the bison herd immediately forms a defensive circle, putting the young in the middle and pointing their horns outward. Their deep and distant roar can be heard from many kilometers, a clear warning for any intruder. During mating season, the males headbutt each other with extraordinary strength to prove their dominant position before the females. Dust and mud are also part of their communication, as they roll on the ground to mark territory with their own scent. Continuous grazing by bisons maintains the diversity of the grasslands, preventing any one plant species from absolute dominance in the ecosystem. The wallowing pits they create on the ground form small puddles, bringing life to insects and plants characteristic of the region. As a keystone species of the ecosystem, the bison doesn't just exist in nature, but shapes nature itself through its every footstep. On the vast Arctic land of North America, there is an animal that performs the longest journey ever recorded in a land mammal, the caribou. Its scientific name is Rangifer tarandus, and this is the only deer species where both males and females have antlers. Each year, giant caribou herds travel distances exceeding 5,000 kilometers between wintering and summering grounds. This migration spans from Alaska and northern Canada to Greenland and Arctic regions of Russia and Scandinavia. An adult caribou can weigh from 90 to 180 kilograms, depending on sex and subspecies. Its coat consists of two layers, a thick down layer inside and a hollow hair layer outside that holds air and keeps the body warm. This adaptation helps it withstand temperatures down to minus 40 degrees Celsius while still retaining mobility. Its wide hooves spread out like snowshoes, helping to distribute body weight on ice surfaces and soft ground. Those same hooves also become digging tools when snow covers the moss and lichen layer that is its main food source. Caribou possess an extraordinary sense of smell, capable of detecting lichen buried beneath dense layers of snow. Its eyes change color with the seasons, from metallic yellow in summer to deep blue in winter, helping improve night vision. Throughout the migration, caribou herds can reach speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour when running from predators. But in this endless journey, the grey wolf is never far away, always following every move of the herd with calculated patience. The wolf pack watches from a distance, waiting for the moment a weak or young individual separates from the main group. The caribou herd's strategy is simple but effective, which is to always keep a tight formation and move forward without rest for many hours. Adult males usually stand at the edge of the herd, acting as a natural barrier against predators. When a wolf approaches too close, the caribou can repel the attack by using its antlers and front hooves with quite strong force. An accurate kick from the front hoof can generate a force of nearly 1,000 newtons, enough to cause heavy injury to a wolf. During mating season, the males use their antlers in pushing matches to show their dominant position before the females. Females give birth right during the migration, and caribou calves can stand and walk just 90 minutes after being born. This early developmental ability is vital, as the herd cannot stop for too long without facing danger from predators. Through low sounds and coordinated rhythmic movements, caribou communicate with each other to maintain the entire herd's cohesion throughout the journey. The characteristic sound emitted from leg tendons as they walk, a clear clicking noise, helps individuals find each other amidst snowstorms. The ecological role of caribou is extremely important, as their grazing helps control the growth of lichen and maintains balance for the Arctic tundra. Additionally, it is the main food source for wolves, bears, and indigenous communities that have depended on this species' presence for thousands of years. The caribou is truly the embodiment of the perfect balance between individual endurance and collective survival in one of the harshest environments on the planet. In the deep frozen heart of the Arctic, where the sea freezes into an endless blanket, lives a silent survivor, the ringed seal. Its scientific name, Pusa hispida, hides one of the smallest but most resilient seal species on the planet. Distributed around the North Pole, this species is present from Alaska to Siberia, crossing Greenland and Canada. With a weight of about 70 kilograms and a length of only 1.5 meters, its small body is designed to keep heat in temperatures down to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Its thick subcutaneous fat layer acts as a thermal shield, helping it survive under the harshest ice. Its sharp and curved front claws are its secret weapon, capable of drilling through ice to create vital breathing holes. Each seal can maintain up to 5 or more breathing holes, constantly checking them to escape from predators. Underwater, its sensory whiskers detect the smallest vibrations, revealing the presence of fish even in complete darkness. It can dive up to 45 minutes and reach depths of over 90 meters to search for food. However, This small survivor does not stand at the top. It is exactly the most important prey of polar bears and orcas. Polar bears wait patiently beside breathing holes, motionless for hours, until the exact moment to attack. For self-protection, seal pups are born with white fur called lanugo, a perfect camouflage against the snow. Mothers build nests hidden under snow layers, protecting the young from the harsh cold and the predator's gaze. Despite living under constant threat, this species still holds an essential role. It is the key link maintaining the entire Arctic food chain. Without the ringed seal, the Arctic balance would collapse, proving that even the smallest survivor supports an entire world. In the cold waters of the North Pacific, one of the animal kingdom's most extraordinary journeys begins. The Pacific salmon prepares to return to where it was born. From Alaska to California, and from Russia to Japan, 6 species of the Oncorhynchus genus dominate these shores. Each follows the same ancestral call toward freshwater. Some individuals will cross more than 3,000 kilometers upstream, fighting against the current without rest. It is a race against time and against nature itself. The salmon's body transforms completely throughout the trip. Its silver skin turns red or green, and on the male appears a hooked jaw called a kype. Its most powerful weapon is not strength, but smell. Salmon can accurately recognize the chemical composition of the river where they were born, even after years in the ocean. To reach its destination, it must jump over waterfalls more than 2 meters high, focusing all the accumulated energy in its body to leap. Each jump can fail dozens of times before success. The salmon hits rocks, loses strength, but still persistently repeats without end. While advancing, it constantly becomes prey. Brown bears wait by the riverbank, intently watching every movement underwater. A single bear can consume more than 20 kilograms of salmon in a day, accumulating essential fat to survive the winter. Bald eagles also take advantage of this salmon season. From above, they detect the silver glint under the water and attack with high precision. For their part, wolves patrol along the riverbank at night, catching weak or injured salmon. Those that reach the destination will spawn among the river gravel, leaving behind thousands of eggs in a single spot. Not long after reproducing, most Pacific salmon die of exhaustion. Their bodies have completed their only final mission. But even in death, salmon continue to give life. Their carcasses decompose into nutrients, nourishing the forests near the river. Therefore, Pacific salmon become a keystone species, feeding bears, eagles, and wolves while maintaining balance for an entire ecosystem. In the far north of the Americas, Canada owns 2 of the planet's vastest and wildest ecosystems, the taiga and the Arctic region. The taiga, also called the boreal forest, covers nearly 60% of Canada's territory, spanning millions of square kilometers. An endless sea of conifers consisting of firs, spruces and pines creates the dark green heart of this vast land. Further north, the taiga gives way to the Arctic tundra, an open land where cold reigns for almost the entire year. Below the surface of the Arctic tundra is the permafrost layer, which has existed for thousands of years without melting. In winter, temperatures here can drop to minus 40 degrees Celsius, challenging the survival of every organism. Despite the harsh climate, these lands are not empty, but nurture a complex wildlife network. The Canadian taiga is home to caribou, moose, beavers, and Arctic hares, species that have adapted to snow and extreme cold. This rich prey source turns the taiga into a perfect stage for the development of large predators. Among the shadows of the trees, grey wolves and black bears reign as the top hunters of this ecosystem. Further north, on the Arctic ice and snow, another giant wanders across the frozen land to search for the next prey. The polar bear, the absolute symbol of the polar region, depends on the sea ice to hunt seals and survive the harsh winter. Each species living here has developed unique adaptations to cope with hunger, cold, and prolonged darkness. The taiga and the Canadian Arctic thus form a great natural stage, connected by ice, forest, and the non-stop struggle for survival. In the following sections, we will discover the true kings of this frozen territory, along with their strategies for dominating the wilderness. The Canadian winter turns the forest into a silent battlefield, where each step can be the boundary between life and death. Snow can accumulate up to 1 meter thick, forcing prey to move extremely slowly. But for the grey wolf, that same thick snow becomes a silent and lethal ally. Its wide feet help distribute body weight, allowing it to move forward where other species would be completely bogged down. Frozen lakes become natural highways, perfect surfaces for pursuing a fleeing moose. On the ice, the prey loses its balance, while the wolf pack still keeps a steady and calculated pace. Temperatures can drop below minus 40 degrees Celsius, a limit that puts most mammals at risk. The wolf's double coat, consisting of a thick outer layer and an insulating down layer inside, keeps the body warm in an extraordinary way. Even its nose and feet have a special circulatory system that prevents heat loss when in contact with ice. With the food scarcity characteristic of this season, each successful hunt can determine the survival of the whole pack for many weeks. For this reason, wolves do not hunt randomly, but observe traces, footprints, and movement patterns of the prey for many days. The main tactic is to separate the weakest or youngest individual from the herd, thereby reducing the risk of organized resistance. A chase can last for several kilometers, with the wolf's speed reaching nearly 60 kilometers per hour in short bursts. However, the true weapon is not speed, but the collective endurance of the entire pack when acting as a single unit. When the hunt is successful, it not only ensures immediate survival, but also maintains ecological balance for the entire winter forest. Northern Canada is no longer the same frozen land it was 3 decades ago. Arctic sea ice has drastically declined, and with it, the polar bear's hunting territory is lost. Each summer, the ice-free period extends by many more weeks, forcing these giants to starve for longer. Further south, the northern forests face another threat just as fierce, which is forest fires. In recent years, millions of hectares of forest have turned to ash, destroying entire habitats of wolves and lynx. The caribou, a symbol of the Canadian wilderness, has seen its numbers decline to an alarming level. Habitat fragmentation by roads and industrial activities makes their natural migration increasingly difficult. Without caribou, large predators like wolves and bears also feel the imbalance in the food chain. However, amidst this uncertain picture, conservation efforts have appeared and brought real hope. National parks like Wood Buffalo and Nahanni are protecting millions of hectares of intact ecosystems. Indigenous communities play a key role, combining ancestral knowledge with modern science to monitor wildlife. Satellite monitoring programs allow tracking of polar bears and caribou to better understand their movement behavior. Each year, biologists and rangers work together to restore natural corridors connecting split environments. The future of these iconic predators depends on decisions made today, not tomorrow. Protecting Canada's wilderness means preserving a balance that has existed for thousands of years, and that can still continue if we act in time. Subscribe to the channel along with sharing this video to spread the message of respect. Each action helps protect nature's miraculous creation. Before humans conquered the highest summits on the planet, before science understood life on the roof of the world, there already existed a kingdom where every breath was a test of survival. in the wilds of Nepal, between eternal snow, deep abysses, and relentless winds, mountain creatures endure cold, hunger, and altitude to stay alive. Welcome to Wild Nepal, the savage kingdom at the highest peak in the world. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation to continue creating quality content. Don't forget to comment below on what you thought of the video and tell us where you are watching from so we can chat together. May God bless everyone with health, peace and love for nature. Let's begin. In the most remote mountains of the Himalayas, where cliffs seem to touch the clouds and winter dominates most of the year, lives one of the most legendary predators on the planet. It is the snow leopard, known scientifically as Panthera uncia, the undisputed sovereign of the frozen heights. Its thick greyish fur makes it almost invisible among rocks, snow, and the shadows of alpine ravines. With a tail that can reach nearly the length of its body, it maintains balance on ledges where a single false step could be fatal. But this winter, survival does not depend on it alone. A female must feed and protect two cubs that still depend completely on her experience to survive. Each day that passes without food reduces the chances of the young ones overcoming the harshest season of the year. Among the most important prey are bharals and mountain goats that roam the steep slopes of the Himalayas. The female detects a group of bharals feeding on a rock wall hundreds of meters above the valley. She begins to move slowly along a narrow route, using every rock and every shadow to hide her presence. With every step, the risk increases because a fall in this terrain could end both the hunt and the life of the predator. When she reaches the proper distance, she springs between the rocks with extraordinary precision and launches the attack. The hunt is decided on the edge of the abyss, where balance, experience, and precision are as important as strength. The food obtained will allow the cubs to regain energy and continue learning the skills necessary for life in the mountains. On the peaks of the Himalayas, the snow leopard proves that being the king of the mountains does not mean living without danger, but surviving every day where any mistake could be the last. In the jungles and floodplains of the Terai, at the foot of the Himalayas, lives one of the most powerful predators on the Asian continent. It is the Bengal tiger, known scientifically as Panthera tigris, the true sovereign of these tropical forests. An adult male can exceed 220 kilograms in weight and control a territory covering dozens of square kilometers. To maintain that dominance, it must constantly patrol the boundaries of its territory and watch for any sign of intrusion. Scent marks, scratches on trees, and fresh tracks are part of a complex communication system between tigers. Every protected border guarantees access to water, shelter, and enough prey to survive throughout the year. But valuable territories inevitably attract other males seeking to establish their own dominance. For this tiger, defending the territory also means protecting the future of the generations that might be born under its control. Axis deer, wild boars, and other large herbivores constitute the main basis of its diet. The tiger detects a wild boar feeding near an area of dense vegetation and begins to approach using the forest cover. It advances silently through tall grass, trees and shadows, reducing the distance without alerting the prey. When it reaches the proper position, it releases all the power of its muscles in a precise and explosive ambush. The hunt is decided the moment the tiger's strength overcomes the prey's reaction capacity. However, the life of a dominant male does not consist solely of hunting, but also of maintaining its position against potential rivals. In the forests of the Terai, the Bengal tiger represents power, territory, and continuity, because the outcome of each conflict can influence the future of an entire generation of tigers. On the steepest slopes of the Himalayas, where air is thin and the cold is eternal, dwells a master of visual deception. The bharal, or blue sheep, known scientifically as Sudois nayor, is the most emblematic inhabitant of the extreme heights. Its presence dominates the Tibetan plateaus and the peaks of Nepal, moving with ease at 5,000 meters of altitude. Its slate-grey fur with bluish reflections allows it to blend completely with the rocks and shale of the mountain. This robustly built animal reaches a weight of 75 kilograms in adult males, optimized for life on slopes. They possess curved and powerful horns used for both defense and ritual battles during the mating season. Their eyes with horizontal pupils catch the slightest movement on the cliffs, alerting the group to the presence of predators. Its main survival tactic is absolute immobility, trusting that its camouflage will make it invisible to any threat. When detection is inevitable, the bharal leaps between precipices with an agility that defies the laws of gravity. However, in the theatre of death of the Himalayas, this herbivore is the primary target of the ghost of the snows. The snow leopard depends on the bharal for more than 60% of its annual meat diet. As a keystone species, the abundance of the burrell dictates the health and survival of Asia's most majestic predators. They feed on lichens and alpine grasses, transforming scarce vegetation into pure energy to withstand winds of 100 kilometers per hour. They live in cohesive herds, where shared vigilance is the only guarantee of not perishing under the claws of a hunter. The parrel is the vital link that sustains the biological balance of the summits, a silent warrior of the eternal rocks. In the vast plateaus of the Himalayas, where the freezing wind blows relentlessly and temperatures remain extreme for much of the year, a pack of wolves struggles to survive. For several weeks, the hunts have ended in failure, and energy reserves are beginning to reach dangerously low levels. Every member of the pack feels the pressure of hunger as they travel kilometers of rocky terrain in search of an opportunity. Himalayan wolves survive thanks to cooperation, an essential strategy in an environment where food is scarce. Among them, the mountain goat stands out, a resilient animal capable of moving through slopes that seem impossible. The pack detects a mountain goat feeding near a series of cliffs and begins to organize the pursuit. Several wolves move along the flanks while others advance along elevated routes to limit escape options. Coordination allows the group to use the terrain to their advantage, instead of relying solely on speed. The wolves detect the right moment and begin to close the distance from different directions. They force the mountain goat to move through increasingly difficult areas while slowly exhausting its endurance. When the prey loses its advantage on the ground, the pack launches a coordinated attack, taking advantage of every second of opportunity. The hunt is decided thanks to collective work, proving that unity can overcome even the most resilient prey of the mountains. But at these heights, there exists another legendary hunter watching silently from the cliffs. The snow leopard shares part of the same territory and can appear at any moment to dispute such a valuable resource. In the Himalayas, survival depends not only on capturing food, but also on keeping it against rivals capable of challenging even an entire pack. On the forbidden summits of the Himalayas, where air is thin and the wind howls between granite ridges, a glacial and majestic silence reigns. Here lives the golden eagle, a colossus of the sky with a wingspan of up to 2.5 meters of pure aerodynamic power. In a colossal nest built on a precipice with a 1,000-meter drop, a pair protects its only chick from the extreme cold. To feed their offspring in this hostile environment, these predators must carry out dozens of hunting raids every week. From a height of 3,000 meters, their eyes, 8 times more powerful than those of a human, detect the slightest movement in the valley. A Himalayan fox moves among the rocks, unsuspecting that it has been marked by the winged executioner from the vast blue sky. The eagle folds its wings and launches into a dizzying dive, reaching speeds exceeding 240 kilometers per hour. Its talons, with a pressure of 400 kilograms per square inch, are biological projectiles designed for an immediate lethal impact. The impact is dull and violent, a collision of pure kinetic energy that neutralizes the prey's resistance in a single instant. With its secured 4-kilogram prize, the hunter must fight against thermal currents to soar again toward its stone fortress. Back on the ledge, the success of the hunt guarantees another day of life for the next generation of monarchs of the wind. Every flight is a challenge to gravity and death, a precarious balance between voracious hunger and aerial glory. Survival in the clouds does not forgive the slightest fatigue, demanding a physical perfection honed over millennia of evolution. The golden eagle is the symbol of indomitable will, a warrior that turns the void of the abyss into its absolute domain. In the vastness of the Himalayas, life only endures for those who are capable of seeing the invisible and attacking with the force of a lightning bolt. On the steepest rock walls of the mountain range lives the Himalayan tar, known scientifically as Hemitragus gemlahicus, a master of vertical survival. Its hooves possess a unique evolutionary design with a hard outer edge and a soft center that acts like a suction cup on almost vertical surfaces. This adaptation allows it to climb cliffs where a single mistake means a fatal fall of hundreds of meters into the abyss. When the snow leopard begins its attack, the tar uses its agility to perform prodigious leaps between minimal stone ledges. Its thick and woolly fur protects it from freezing winds at altitudes exceeding 4,000 meters above sea level. In a desperate escape, it can reach surprising speeds on terrain where any other animal would be completely paralyzed. The Himalayan tar is an acrobat of death, a warrior that defies gravity to escape the claws of Asia's most feared predator. In the temperate forests of Nepal, between moss and clouds, lives a creature whose beauty seems taken from an oriental legend. The red panda, scientifically named Ailurus fulgens, is the hidden treasure of the mountains, a unique being that is not directly related to the giant panda. This small acrobat is a living fossil, the last representative of its biological family, the Ailuridae, which has survived for millions of years. Its territory extends across the slopes of the Himalayas, preferring cool altitudes between 2,200 and 4,800 meters above sea level. The vibrant crimson color of its fur is not accidental. It allows it to blend perfectly with the reddish lichens covering the trees. Its 50-centimeter ringed tail provides masterly balance as it moves through the thinnest and highest branches. During freezing nights, it uses this same tail as a natural blanket to conserve body heat in sub-zero temperatures. Weighing barely 6 kilograms, its body is light and extremely flexible, designed exclusively for an arboreal life. It possesses very sharp retractable claws and a sesamoid bone in the wrist that functions like a false thumb to grip stems. Bamboo constitutes 95% of its diet, consuming large quantities of tender leaves to obtain the necessary energy. The red panda is a crepuscular being, reserving its greatest activity for dawn and dusk, far from the eyes of predators. It spends most of its existence in the treetops, descending to the ground only when strictly necessary to move. Its main defense against danger is its ability to climb at a surprising speed toward the most inaccessible areas of the forest. Despite its cute appearance, it can be aggressive if cornered, standing on its hind legs to intimidate. The red panda is a solitary animal that marks its territory with scent glands located on its paw pads. Its communication is based on subtle whistles and short sounds that resonate softly among the dense vegetation of Nepal. Unfortunately, this treasure of the heights faces a devastating threat that puts its immediate future at risk. Deforestation and human expansion have fragmented the bamboo forests, leaving fewer than 10,000 individuals in the wild. Every square kilometre of lost habitat is a death sentence for this unique, delicate, and extremely vulnerable species. Climate change also alters the growth of bamboo, the only source of life that sustains its fragile existence in the clouds. As an umbrella species, the protection of the red panda guarantees the survival of the entire ecosystem of Nepalese mountain forests. It is a biological indicator of environmental health, a silent sentinel warning us about the state of our planet. To see a red panda in the wild is to witness one of the rarest and most precious jewels of biological evolution in Asia. Safeguarding its future is a moral imperative to prevent this crimson flash from fading forever into the shadows of the Himalayas. In the cold forests that cover the lower slopes of the Himalayas, there exists a predator so discreet that it can remain nearby for days without being seen by any other animal. It is the Eurasian lynx, known scientifically as lynx, one of the most mysterious hunters of Eurasia. Unlike the Bengal tiger or the snow leopard, it rarely dominates by size or absolute strength. Its true advantage lies in an extraordinary ability to disappear among trees, shadows, and uneven terrain. Its spotted fur breaks the silhouette of its body and turns it into an almost invisible figure within the forest. Its wide paws allow it to move silently over snow, dry leaves, and damp ground, without generating almost any noise. For several days, this hunter follows the movements of the prey that inhabit the clearings and trails of the forest. Every path, every resting point, and every feeding route are memorized with extraordinary patience. roe deer, hares and small mammals constitute the most common prey for this solitary predator. The lynx detects a roe deer feeding near a forested area and begins to approach using the natural cover. It advances slowly between trunks and bushes, using every shadow to hide its presence while reducing the distance. When it reaches the proper position, it emerges from the forest with a sudden burst of speed directed at a single target. The hunt is decided the instant the lynx transforms days of patience into a single, perfectly executed opportunity. Thanks to its discreet lifestyle, it can share regions with other large predators, avoiding most direct conflicts. In the cold forests of the Himalayas, the Eurasian lynx proves that invisibility can be one of the most powerful weapons in all of nature. On the frozen peaks, where the wind cuts like a knife, time is running out for the most massive predator of the heights. The Himalayan brown bear, Ursus arctos isabelinus, is a rare and majestic subspecies that reigns on the roof of the world. Its thick, sand-toned fur protects it from the elements while it patrols territories that reach 5,000 meters in altitude. An adult male can weigh up to 400 kilograms, being a fortress of muscle designed for extreme endurance. With autumn coming to an end, the sunlight weakens and a biological urgency awakens in the veins of this giant. The hyperphagia phase begins, a period of frenzied feeding where the bear must consume everything it finds in its path. In just a few weeks, it needs to increase its body weight by 80 kilograms to create a vital insulating layer of fat. It is a race against the clock. Every gram accumulated represents an extra hour of life during the long winter sleep. Its 10-centimeter claws are powerful tools for digging into the frozen earth in search of roots, bulbs, and marmots. The bear patrols kilometers of steep slopes, tracking any source of protein before the ground is buried by snow. Temperatures drop rapidly, below 15 degrees Celsius, below zero, hardening the landscape and making the search difficult. If it fails to reach the necessary weight, its metabolism will fail and it will not have enough energy to survive until spring. Finally, when the first snowstorm covers the peaks, the giant retreats to its den dug deep into the rock. For months, its heart rate will decrease drastically, depending exclusively on the fat reserves accumulated with so much effort. The Himalayan brown bear is the guardian of winter, a supreme survivor defying hunger and absolute ice. In the arid valleys of Tibet, under the perpetual shadow of snow-capped peaks, the freezing wind sweeps across a high-altitude desert of rock and snow. a 400-kilogram yak lies lifeless in the center of the plain, immediately becoming a beacon of survival for the entire ecosystem. From the stratosphere descends the ultimate cleaner of the Himalayas, the Himalayan vulture, a titan watching from the very edge of space. With a wingspan exceeding 3 meters and a weight of up to 12 kilograms, it is one of the largest flying birds on the planet. At temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius below zero, the frozen body of the yak is an armored chest of nutrients that few can open naturally. Tibetan foxes and ravens arrive first, but the real race for food begins when the first giant silhouettes cut through the wind. From a distance of 30 kilometers, thanks to vision 8 times superior to a human's, the vulture detects the carcass without needing a sense of smell. Its head and neck, devoid of long feathers, are perfect adaptations for penetrating remains without accumulating dangerous bacteria. Gliding without hardly flapping its giant wings, it saves every gram of energy in an environment where oxygen is an extremely scarce resource. In a few minutes, dozens of vultures drop into the valley like a storm of feathers, forming a living wall around the yak. Clash is inevitable as the vultures push and hiss violently, claiming their hierarchical right to the richest portion of meat. Their hooked and sharp beaks tear through the frozen skin with immense force, opening the path for smaller scavengers waiting around. In less than an hour, the hill is cleared, and only white bones testify to the relentless cycle of life in the heights. The Himalayan vulture fulfills its role without spilling a single drop of living blood, transforming death into the sustenance of the mountain range. On the roof of the world, life endures, thanks to these guardians who clean the earth so that nature can begin anew. In the ice desert of Tibet, where the sky meets the earth, a colossal figure emerges, wrapped in mist. The wild yak, Bos mutus, is the most resilient and massive inhabitant of the highest plateaus in the world. An alpha male can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms, a mass of muscle and fur that defies all laws of nature. Its lungs are 3 times larger than those of a common bull, allowing it to extract oxygen from the thin air at 6,000 meters of altitude. It possesses a double-layer coat so dense that snow does not melt on its back, keeping internal heat intact. Suddenly, the horizon darkens and the fiercest snowstorm of the year begins in the Himalayan range. Winds of 120 kilometers per hour strike the herd, reducing visibility to less than a meter in a few seconds. The temperature drops rapidly to 40 degrees Celsius below freezing, turning every breath into instant ice crystals. Under a 2-meter blanket of snow, finding food becomes an almost impossible mission for the hungry group. The yak uses its large hooves as biological shovels to dig through the hard snow in search of frozen grasses and lichens. The herd clusters in a closed circle, placing the young in the center to protect them from the freezing and deadly wind. It is a war of attrition, where only the individuals with the greatest fat reserves and iron will manage to survive. Its massive 1-meter-long horns serve not only for combat, but also for breaking the ice in frozen streams. The wild yak is the cornerstone of life in Tibet, maintaining the balance of alpine meadows with its grazing. At dawn, the herd continues moving forward, proving that on the roof of the world, endurance is the only absolute law. Among the scattered rocks of the alpine meadows of the Himalayas lives a sentinel, small but vital to the ecosystem. The Himalayan marmot, scientifically known as Marmota himalayana, is one of the mammals living at the highest altitude in the world. Its presence is common on the Tibetan Plateau and the high-altitude valleys of Nepal, reaching territories above 5,000 meters. This robustly built rodent possesses a dense yellowish fur that allows it to withstand the freezing mountain wind. An adult specimen can reach a length of 60 centimeters and a weight of up to 9 kilograms before hibernation. Its legs are equipped with powerful claws designed to dig deep tunnel systems into the frozen ground. These underground labyrinths can descend up to 10 meters deep, providing a safe refuge against extreme weather. For much of the year, the marmot remains in a state of deep sleep, reducing its heart rate to conserve energy. Upon emerging from their burrows, these animals adopt an upright posture on their hind legs to watch the horizon. Their vision and hearing are tuned to detect the flight of an eagle or the silent approach of a wolf. At the slightest threat, the marmot launches a sharp and piercing whistle that resonates across the meadow like an alarm siren. This warning cry allows the entire colony to disappear underground in a fraction of a second, escaping certain death. Despite its precautions, the marmot is a crucial food source for the snow leopard and the Tibetan fox. Its role in the food chain is fundamental to sustaining the larger predators of the Himalayan region. Additionally, its digging activity aerates the soil and allows water to penetrate, favoring the growth of alpine meadows. It is a creature of extraordinary resilience, capable of thriving where few living beings can find sustenance. The marmot is the pulse of the mountain, an untiring watcher, ensuring the vitality of wildlife on the roof of the world. Its whistle is the sound of survival, a melody that defines the interconnectedness of life at extreme altitudes. Protecting these small sentinels is preserving the balance of an ecosystem as majestic as it is fragile. On the coldest and most wind-punished slopes of the Himalayan range lives a tiny titan that defies the laws of survival. The Himalayan pika, known scientifically as Ochotona himalayana, is a close relative of rabbits that has conquered altitudes above 5,000 meters. With a size barely reaching 20 centimeters and a weight of 200 grams, this small mammal is a prodigy of biological adaptation. Its round and compact body is covered by extremely dense fur that isolates it from temperatures dropping to 30 degrees Celsius below zero. Unlike the marmot, the pika does not hibernate, forcing it to face the cruelest winter on Earth with an active and laborious strategy. During the brief alpine summer, the pika transforms into a tireless high-altitude farmer, collecting plants, flowers and grasses. It possesses a unique technique. It places vegetation on hot rocks so the sun dries it, creating true piles of dry hay. This drying process is vital to prevent food from rotting under the snow and to preserve its nutritional properties for months. A single pika can make hundreds of trips a day, carrying loads of vegetation that often exceed its own weight. It stores these reserves in underground pantries hidden among rock crevices, protected from the wind and opportunistic thieves. Its metabolism is incredibly high, maintaining an internal body temperature of 40 degrees Celsius to generate the necessary heat. This high metabolic rate requires a constant consumption of energy, making its hay piles its only life insurance. When snow covers the landscape with a 1-meter thick blanket, the pika retreats to the subnivean world, a space between the ground and the snow. In this frozen refuge, the pika moves through narrow tunnels, feeding on its reserves, while the outside is punished by storms. Its short, rounded ears are an adaptation to minimize heat loss, unlike its lowland rabbit relatives. Despite its small size, the pika is extremely territorial and will defend its hay piles with sharp squeaks and rapid chases. It is an essential link in the Himalayan food chain, serving as sustenance for predators like the ermine and the Tibetan fox. Furthermore, its gathering activities and organic waste enrich the poor soil of the high mountains, allowing flora to thrive. The pika is the symbol of diligence and resilience, a silent warrior surviving where giants die of cold and hunger. Its existence proves that strategic intelligence and preparation are weapons as powerful as brute force in nature. Preserving this small hay architect is fundamental to maintaining the biological health of Asia's most extreme ecosystems. Leaving behind the ice peaks, we descend to the alluvial plains of the Terai, where a prehistoric ironclad reigns. The one-horned rhinoceros, scientifically named Rhinoceros unicornis, is the living symbol of Nepal's most impressive conservation success. This terrestrial titan can reach a weight of 2,200 kilograms, making it one of the heaviest and most powerful mammals on the planet. Its greyish skin is arranged in massive folds that look like armour plates, protecting it from attacks and dense vegetation. It possesses a single keratin horn that can measure up to 60 centimetres long, a lethal defence tool and a symbol of status. It inhabits the subtropical jungles and swamps of the south, where it feeds on tall grasses that exceed 4 meters in height. Despite its heavy appearance, it is an excellent swimmer that crosses rushing rivers with an agility that defies its large body volume. Thanks to strict protection in Chitwan National Park, Nepal has managed to rescue this species from the brink of extinction. When provoked, this giant initiates an unstoppable charge, reaching a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, destroying everything in its path. The rhinoceros is the architect of the swamps, a keystone species whose grazing maintains the balance of the Terai's floodplains. In the dense cloud forests of Nepal, amid persistent fog, emerges the Asian black bear, the guardian of the middle slopes. Known scientifically as Ursus thibetanus, it stands out for the distinctive crescent-shaped white patch on its chest. An adult male can weigh up to 200 kilograms, possessing powerful musculature ideal for vertical climbing. With the arrival of autumn, the bear enters a state of biological urgency, consuming food almost without interruption. It's an absolute master of forest heights, capable of climbing 30-meter trees to reach the sweetest fruits. Its short, curved claws act like steel hooks, allowing it to move with surprising agility among the branches. The black bear exploits every resource, from fat-rich acorns to wild berries that stain its dark fur. Its sense of smell is extraordinary, detecting the scent of a honeycomb from more than 2 kilometers away. It does not fear stings. It destroys bee nests high in the canopy to obtain the concentrated energy of honey and larvae. During this preparation period, a single individual can consume up to 20,000 calories per day to build up vital reserves. As a forest architect, by dispersing seeds and opening clearings in the canopy, it guarantees the renewal of mountain flora. Only those who manage to transform autumn's abundance into body fat will survive the long and freezing sleep of the Nepalese winter. Nepal is a unique vertical kingdom on Earth, where geography defies the limits of human imagination. In a distance of barely 200 kilometers from south to north, the terrain rises from sea level to brush against space. This astonishing climatic gradation creates a mosaic of life that has no equal in any other region of the planet. In the southern lowlands, the Terai Belt pulses with a hot and humid subtropical climate. Here, temperatures can easily exceed 40 degrees Celsius under a thick sun that feeds impenetrable jungles. It is the domain of sal trees and swamps that serve as refuge for Bengal tigers and Asian elephants. As one ascends toward the middle hills, the air becomes cooler and the atmosphere fills with a mystical mist. Between 2,000 and 3,000 meters of altitude, cloud forests wrap the slopes in an eternal blanket of moisture. It is a world of transition where oak and rhododendron dominate the landscape, bursting into colors during spring. Higher up, trees begin to give way to high-altitude alpine meadows and resilient shrubs. At 4,000 meters, the climate becomes freezing and available oxygen is drastically reduced for any living being. Winds can reach speeds of 80 kilometers per hour, sweeping across the grasslands inhabited by the yak and the bharal. Reaching the death zone above 8,000 meters, the landscape transforms into an ice desert. Mount Everest, known locally as Sagarmatha, stands as the supreme guardian of the eternal snows. On these summits, the cold drops to 60 degrees Celsius below zero and atmospheric pressure is extremely low. Glacial ice and bare rock are the only owners of this kingdom, where biological life reaches its final limit. The monsoon is the vital engine that drives this whole system, bringing torrential rains from the Indian Ocean. Every drop of water travels from tropical jungles to the glaciers that feed the great rivers of Asia. Nepal concentrates almost all the planet's biomes within its territory, functioning as a natural laboratory of evolution. This climatic diversity is what guarantees the survival of the rarest and most powerful creatures on the roof of the world. The future of the sacred summits and deep jungles of Nepal faces its most critical challenge in modern history today. Climate change is accelerating the melting of Himalayan glaciers at an alarming rate of nearly 1 meter of thickness per year. The global temperature increase of 1.5 degrees Celsius threatens to transform eternal ice peaks into bare and sterile rock. This phenomenon known as the Third Pole Crisis, puts the water supply for millions of people across the continent at risk. The snow leopard, sovereign of the heights, sees its habitat fragment as the tree line ascends due to the heat. It is estimated that fewer than 500 individuals of this feline remain in Nepal, struggling against prey scarcity and territory loss. In the lowlands, the Bengal tiger faces constant pressure from human expansion and the degradation of biological corridors. Population growth near Chitwan and Bardia national parks increases dangerous encounters between humans and predators. Despite these threats, Nepal has emerged as a global leader in conservation, managing to double its tiger population in the last decade. Community patrolling and the use of advanced technology to combat poaching have been fundamental in protecting the one-horned rhinoceros. However, the health of the entire ecosystem depends on the fragile balance between economic development and the preservation of natural heritage. Every square kilometre of protected forest acts as a vital lung that absorbs carbon and regulates the region's climate. The disappearance of keystone species would cause a domino effect that would destabilize the unique biodiversity of this vertical kingdom. Nepal is the guardian of natural wisdom that has endured for millennia, a haven of peace for Asia's most spectacular wildlife. The struggle to conserve the Himalayas is a battle for the future of our planet, where every glacier and every tiger counts. The roar of the tiger and the whistle of the wind on Everest are reminders that we are responsible for keeping this majesty intact. We must act with determination before the shadows of extinction permanently cover the eternal snows of Sagarmatha. Nepal continues to be a beacon of hope for conservation, proving that man and nature can coexist in harmony. Preserving the roof of the world is ensuring that the symphony of wildlife continues to resonate in the heart of Asia forever. In this kingdom of giants and clouds, human will is the only force capable of saving the untamed beauty of wild Nepal. Subscribe to the channel and share this video to carry this message of respect far and wide. Every gesture helps protect nature's wonderful creation.